Today is World Environment Day. It's a reminder that our actions matter and can impact our environment. Joining us today with tips for building sustainable practices into our everyday lives and in our community is 3M corporate scientist and chief science advocate Jayshree Seth. And thanks for joining us today. So how do consumer choices impact climate change, and what more can they do to build that sustainability?
Yeah, creating a more sustainable environment does take collective participation, and everyone's contribution matters, individuals to organizations, businesses, government, and we all should be involved to drive positive change. So, what more can we do as consumers? Well, I think we can be more thoughtful about what we buy, mindful about how we use, and careful about what we waste. And I think this strategy can help build more sustainable practices in our lives. So think about everyday products. There may be more sustainable choices out there. We think a lot about that at 3M. I can give you examples of products that we have created for, everyday tasks. So cleaning and washing dishes. We have sponges and scrubs that are plant-based or made with recycled content. That's our Scotch-Brite Greener Clean. Or let's say you're mailing a gift to a loved one. We have an alternative to plastic bubble wrap. It's called Scotch Cushion Lock, and it is 100% recycled and it's recyclable. So that's a great alternative. Or if you want to simply write a reminder to yourself or to someone, you will use Post-it notes. Who doesn't love Post-it notes? We have Post-it recycled super sticky notes. They are made from 100% recycled paper. So many great product choices for work at home and work and home. Consumers can support companies and brands whose purpose align with sustainability.
So as a corporate scientist and engineer, how have you incorporated sustainable practice in your everyday life at work, home, and with your family?
Yeah, well, as a scientist and innovator at 3M, it is my job to reimagine what is possible. And I do that in constantly challenging our thinking to be more and more sustainable. We really want to have innovations that can have a transformational impact. And that's really the win-win. And at home, interestingly, I had a good fortune of growing up in India at the time and age I did, and just the way everyone lived, sustainability was deeply ingrained into everything we did, whether it was clothes that were repurposed or papers that were recycled or food waste that was composted. And we had largely plant-based diet, which is also something that has less of an impact on the environment. So I've tried to do that same thing with my kids. And I basically told them sustainability is about learning from what happened yesterday and making the right choices, understanding what is going on today and making good choices, and thinking about tomorrow and making wise choices. Of course, now they challenge me on some of my choices, but I really think that's a win-win because that means I've done my job. And Elisa, I really think it's important that we should all teach the kids, but also listen to the younger folks and learn from this next generation as they really question some of our practices.
Oh, Jayshree, thanks so much for that. With World Environment Day focused on plastic pollution, how can science innovations at scale address problems like plastic pollution and climate change?
Yeah, plastic pollution is certainly a pressing global challenge. And as a material science company, we at 3M are committed to innovating new products and solutions that use less plastic. And in the case of packaging, use renewable, reusable, recyclable, or made with more recycled material, because we want to create solutions to some of the world's toughest challenges you mentioned, plastic pollution, climate change. And it's important because the impact of climate change has made its way into the consciousness of more and more people. And how do we know that? It's because we do a survey to understand the public perception of science. It's called 3M State of Science Index. And in 2023, 93% of the people said they are concerned about the consequences of climate change. So this kind of consensus can really drive positive action and a growing demand for more innovative, more sustainable, and more scalable solutions. So that's what we're trying to do at 3M, for the buildings we live and work in, for the cars we drive, for what we wear, how we clean our homes, how we package and ship products. And I'm very excited about what we can do as we move forward.
So where can we go to learn more? This is interesting.
Yes, to learn more about how 3M solutions are improving lives around the world and where 3M is focused on innovating next, 3m.com/forward. Please visit 3m.com/forward.
Jayshree, thanks so much for sharing these great tips. We'll be right back.